Back in the early days of his fame, one of the most memorable romantic gestures involved a young pop star and a very special date. He went all out, reserving a major sports arena, setting the scene with a candlelit dinner, and screening a classic film on the jumbotron. It wasn't just a grand gesture, it was one of those rare, heartfelt moments where young love feels like a fairy tale come to life. The couple at the center of it? None other than Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Though their relationship had its ups and downs and ultimately came to an end, fans still hold on to the touching moments they shared, especially those seen in interviews where their admiration for one another was crystal clear. Navigating young love in the spotlight is no easy task. From dodging paparazzi to managing media speculation, they had to be strategic about spending time together. Still, Justin made it a point never to hide Selena away. In his own words, he didn't want her to feel like she was some kind of secret. "A lot of guys don't want to be seen with their girlfriends in public, especially in this industry," he once explained. "But that's not how I wanted to treat her." When asked what drew him to Selena, Justin's answer was thoughtful and grounded. He spoke about how much he valued authenticity and how Selena stood out to him as someone with a genuinely kind heart, someone he could talk to about anything. That connection laid the foundation for many of the memories they built together. Among their most iconic dates was that night at the arena. Justin arranged a private dinner right on the court, followed by a showing of Titanic on the big screen. When asked if Selena was impressed, he replied with a grin, "She was definitely impressed, and so was everyone else." It became one of those once-in-a-lifetime stories people never forget. Despite their eventual breakup in 2018, both stars left lasting impressions on each other. In one interview, Justin reflected on their journey. "We started together, and I kind of hoped we'd finish it together." There's something undeniably nostalgic about their story, like a love that could have lasted. Had the timing been right? Justin even revealed that he wrote a song called "If I Would Have Met You in 5 Years," lamenting how sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time. Even as they moved on, interviewers couldn't help but bring up their relationship. When someone asked Justin if he might propose to Selena someday, his shy smile said it all. During their happier days, neither could hide their affection. Selena would joke about Justin's hair, while Justin would mention how much he liked writing songs inspired by her. "My ex-girlfriend inspires most of my music," he once admitted, even during periods when they were no longer together. Some of his most emotional tracks, mark my words, were widely speculated to be about Selena. It was obvious that she played a big role in his creative process, even long after they had gone their separate ways. Selena, for her part, also admitted to still liking some of his songs, even if she didn't always say which ones. When pressed about whether they could ever reconcile, Justin offered a mature take. "We've been through so much. Who knows what could happen in the future? We're both figuring ourselves out." He emphasized that his main hope was for both of them to find happiness, with or without each other. It was clear that there was a deep-rooted care that never truly vanished. Even years later, Selena admitted, "If he's happy, I'm happy. If he's hurting, it hurts me too." These weren't just sound bites. They were glimpses into a complicated but meaningful relationship that shaped them both. Their connection went all the way back to their teen years. Long before they became a couple, Justin was already talking about Selena in interviews, calling her pretty and cute. He was young, honest, and adorably awkward, insisting that he didn't have a crush, but couldn't stop smiling when her name came up. Selena responded with similar sweetness when she was told how Justin spoke about her. "He's so cute," she'd say, clearly flattered. At events, they were always playful. Selena once jokingly interviewed Justin on the red carpet, teasing him about his outfit and asking about his pet snake. Even when they weren't together romantically, their chemistry was undeniable. Their age difference, small as it was, often became the subject of jokes. Selena once laughed, "He's 15, so I'd be a cougar." But even as they joked, it was obvious there was a spark. Over time, as they grew closer, those early moments became part of a shared history fans still look back on fondly. As the relationship progressed, so did their comfort in speaking about each other. Justin would gush about how sweet Selena was, saying things like, "She has the most kissable cheeks," while Selena complimented his eyes. Every time they were interviewed together, it was clear they had an unspoken connection. Even after their split, Justin admitted in a vulnerable moment that he tried covering up a tattoo of Selena, but couldn't really hide it. "People still know," he said, almost with a shrug. On another occasion, he opened up about how difficult it had been to move on, admitting, "I don't know if I'm over it yet." Selena was just as honest. When asked how she felt about Justin, she simply said, "I support him. I always will." She described the sadness that came from seeing him upset and how deeply she still cared, even if things didn't work out between them. The emotional complexity of their bond was undeniable. Justin later confessed that part of his inner struggles stemmed from unresolved feelings and a lack of closure from their relationship. "I was dealing with unforgiveness and didn't even realize it at the time," he shared, reflecting on how those past emotions had affected his behavior and relationships moving forward. Their story wasn't just about two pop stars. It was about growing up in the public eye, falling in love, making mistakes, and still finding grace for each other despite it all. Whether or not they ever crossed paths romantically again, the connection they shared left a mark on them and on the hearts of millions of fans around the world.